Hello Gemini, welcome to Quarter Moon Tarot and welcome to your reading. Hope you're doing well. Let's begin by taking out cards for you. I have already got one card here which I will reveal after I finish taking out all the other cards. So let us see what is in store for you. What is your reading about? Let's get started with the reading for Gemini. So we have the Eight of Cups over here. Nine of Pentacles. Four of Pentacles. Seven of Pentacles. Ten of Swords. Awakening. That's the Hanged Man card. Two of Pentacles. Ace of Pentacles. Wonderful card to get in a reading. Seven of Cups. Two of Swords. There seems to be a lot of confusion prevailing in your life at this point in time, Gemini. Seven of Cups, Two of Swords, Two of Pentacles, right? Quite clearly something has come to an end. You have moved on from a particular phase or a particular situation in your life, or moved away from something, for good. Why for good? Because we have the Ten of Swords over here and we also have the Ace of Pentacles. You've realized that you've turned your back on something. You've got two cards where you see these people turning their back on something, and you feel that this has been the best step that you can take for yourself. Turning your back on something or someone, you feel very empowered. You have decided that this is making you feel good, it makes you look good, and you have done something for yourself. So automatically, when we are taking a decision which feels very where we intentionally move away from people, from situations, from circumstances which have been draining us, which have been challenging for us, that's the time when we feel good about standing up and taking a decision. And that's exactly how you're feeling with the Nine of Pentacles over here. Whatever you have gone through, whatever the trials, tribulations, or the extended waiting period, you feel that you have finally come out of it, and you're feeling good about the end of something. We have the card of listening over here. So let's continue with your reading. So in the past, you have felt that whether it's a relationship, whether it is work, whatever aspect of life it is, Gemini, you realize that for your own well-being, for your own safety, security, your own health, for yourself, it was best to move away and not look back at it ever again. Okay, now the core of the reading is, what now from here? You have ended it, you're feeling good about taking that decision, but now how do you move away? How do you move on? What is it that you move on to? How do you plan the next step for yourself? See, there are opportunities around you, there are opportunities, there are offers, there is a lot you can do, but you have that confusion. What should I do? What is it that I should start putting my effort in? You have this confusion over here with the Two of Pentacles, unable to make a choice. You have the Seven of Cups here. Emotionally also it is very confusing. What will make me happy? What will make me feel good? And then you have the Two of Swords over there, which is again a card of being indecisive, sitting on the fence. And you have the Awakening card over here. See, this entire process, Gemini, of ending something and starting something, there is already something lurking, an opportunity around you. You're aware of it. So it's not that there is nothing there, but you're not quite confident about moving ahead with anything at this point in time. So this is the time for that pause. This is a time for you to not do anything. It is a time to stop activities, cease things. I mean, cease as in CASE, cease. This is stop doing things. Just be with yourself at this point in time to take stock of what is happening and what's going on around you and what is going on inside you. It's very important with this Two of Swords and the Seven of Cups. You need to really reflect and you really need to get in touch with yourself before you move ahead. That is why you need to don't get into mindless activities. Also, you stop doing things for a while, a day, 2 days, 3 days, but in those 2 3 days you just need to be extremely introspective and without any filters. Observe your feelings. Primarily observe your feelings and observe your thoughts. I would say thoughts are also there, but most importantly feelings. Do not hesitate to look at the shadow aspects of yourself, what you dislike, what you do not want to face, what is it that you do not want to deal with, what is it that makes you feel uncomfortable. All of those things you have to look at them very very honestly before you can move forward on a very clear path. See, even the confusion does not lie outside, the confusion always lies inside. Even if one's path is not as smooth as this, but if one is convinced within that I am going to do this, then you will know how to deal with every hurdle. But here the universe has given you an opportunity. There is something there for you which has a very smooth road and a beautiful one at that. But if you are going to be confused, you will find this pathway also rocky. You will not appreciate the beauty. You will not be able to see the goodness in it because of your own confusion, because of your own lack of clarity. So you need to listen to yourself, need to listen to your heart, listen to your feelings, listen to what your soul is trying to tell you about your journey over here. This is not the time to speak, this is the time to listen. Now, whether, most importantly, to listen to yourself, because when you are very clear and attentive, you're clearly listening to everything your body is telling you, and attentively you're listening to that, a lot of things will start, you know, a lot of things will start settling down within. And when you feel calm, settled, and clear, the outside world will look equally calm, settled, clear, and hassle free. But this is the time, you need to get over this confusion. You need to get over the blocks which you are holding on to. You need to listen to what are these blocks about. Why are you holding those blocks? What is the challenge in that? Why is it that it bothers you? Why is it that you're not letting it go? And what is it the confusion about? What is it that you really want to do? Don't gauge and go ahead with things because it looks good or it looks promising, or there is something about it, everything about it other than it makes you happy. So this is a time to really listen to what your heart is trying to tell you. Our heart is the compass of our life. It will always direct us to, when we get the opportunity, that is. And you've got the opportunity with the Ace of Pentacles. So when you get the opportunity, follow the path which makes you happy. But the heart chakra is a little blocked for you at this point in time, Gemini, and so is your solar plexus. Your confidence, your past experiences which have been a little challenging and have pulled down your energy. Now you need to free yourself from the memories of those events, the memories of that past, whatever you went through. You need to really, put that away and deal with it in a practical manner, and then you will understand that I don't need this in my life. That was a phase where I went through, but I am out of that phase. But why am I still carrying that phase? You need to look into that. Why are you still carrying it? Why are you still talking about it? If it does not matter, if it has gone at a certain level, if you keep talking about it, you're still reviving it. You're giving it energy. You're giving it so much importance where it is over and done with. What were the lessons you were to learn? And sometimes it's not always about lesson learning. It's just that one has to pay off a karmic debt. So you've done that. Free yourself from that. Cut your cords with the past. Be open to what your heart is telling you now. Be open to what your solar plexus, your power, is trying to tell you. Where do you put your energy? Where do you put your focus? Where do you give, which direction do you want to take yourself? All of that you have to listen. So this is a time to stop doing things and getting a new perspective on what has happened, so that you let go of it for good, and you can, proceed with something new with a very light step and complete clarity of mind, without the past having any kind of um, impression lingering. Magic of nature, inner power, that's your inner power, that is your solar plexus over here. Spend a lot of time in nature, sit outside as much as you can. That is where you will listen, that is where, you will get that opportunity to listen to what your heart wants to tell you, what your solar plexus wants to tell you, what all the energy in your body which is trapped in your body because of the past, it wants to tell you, so that it can get released. That is one thing. Second thing is, also listen to what your body wants. Your energy is trying to tell you about the future, where you need to go, what you need to do, what are the choices you want to make, what are the best choices for you. All these answers lie within Gemini. Spending time in nature and just listening is the key to this, to getting over this. And it's a good idea, if you want to, journal, to write down all what, you feel, all what is being spoken to you by your heart, by your feelings, by your entire body, all your, the 4 5, the earth related chakras. Listen to all of that, so that you can be free of the past and move ahead. Don't block anything at this point in time. It's very, very important, because then the past still lingers. Even if it lingers, it just gets trapped and gets buried under something, but it is still get there. No, it is still buried. Be honest with yourself, and purge this entire thing out, so that you can have a, you can have a clean slate for yourself, and walk on that without any baggage from the past. So that is your reading. I hope you liked it. Thank you for watching.